And next, another legend, Richard Pomeroy. Please come to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me this evening. So this evening, I want to share with you our approach at Microsoft to AI and how it can help you add value to your respective businesses. And I'll just try and find the clicker. There we go. We have many customers globally who are already seeing the benefits of the Azure AI platform, and I'll just share a couple with you this evening. The Center for Disease and Control in the US have built and deployed a bot that's enabling people to self-assess for COVID-19 symptoms. And what that's done is it's had a dramatic effect on the on releasing the pressure on frontline staff who have now been able to focus on other activities. And what we've seen is that other organisations, over 1,500 other organisations, have now gone out and followed suit. And customised instances now of Microsoft's HealthBot is generating over 1.5 million messages per day, all powered on Microsoft's AI platform. Over into another sector, Carhartt, they've been using AI to help choose where they want to locate their stores. And they used it to help them choose 3 new retail stores. And those retail stores that they chose using AI have now exceeded the revenue plans by over 200% just within a few months of opening. So we're seeing customers across all industries really becoming empowered and achieving huge benefits from the Microsoft AI platform. And we see future growth for a lot of industries and organizations within those industries, driven in large part by this new breed of digital technologies to really help them more intelligently connect, engage with their customers, to look after the well-being or empower their employees, to be able to transform the services that they offer to customers or the products that they make for customers, and really optimize their operations. Now, whether those operations are in finance, in supply chain, in manufacturing, AI offers that opportunity for organizations to really drive change. And what we call this, and if you've engaged with us before, we call this the digital feedback loop. And it's really how we're helping organizations unlock new value. Microsoft, we run on Azure AI. All models in Microsoft products, whether they're in Office, Bing, Xbox, they're all trained on Azure AI. They're all trained on Azure. Recently, we're up to nearly 2 million hours of speech that's been transcribed in Teams meetings, all through the speech cognitive services. When you work in PowerPoint, you'll be aware maybe of the design suggestions that you get when you're building out your PowerPoint deck. That's all delivered through Azure Machine Learning. Xbox uses this real powerful personalizer service. And that's based on reinforcement learning. And it's providing over 80 million personalized experiences on Xbox dashboards every single day. So, these are just a few of the examples that show how, AI is being used across all of our products. And what that means for you is that you can leverage these investments, these models that we're building in our products to train with your data. These are pre-trained models that you can train with your data. Now, our platform, really, you could boil it down to 3 key areas. The AI platform is really about enabling you to build applications that help you interact with users, with customers in a more natural way. And you can leverage pre-trained AI models and our bot service to do that. You can unlock insights that often lay latent across your organization, trapped in all these unstructured documents. using knowledge mining. And then finally, machine learning. So build your own machine learning or deep learning solutions using machine learning. So we'll get started and we'll look at what AI powering apps is all about. And it's essentially about cognitive services. Again, those pre-built models that we have made available to you, and a bot building platform with Azure Bot Service. Now, Azure Cognitive Services enables you to access those services across decision, language, vision, and speech using APIs. So they're built for you. You're just simply training them using the data that you generate. And what it will deliver is, it'll enable you to build applications that can understand how to make a decision, how to talk with your partners, how to talk with your customers. It will enable your applications to understand images and what are in those images and so on. I'll just share a few of some of the newer things that we're building in each of these categories. In the decision categories, I talked about Xbox and the personalizer service. So that's available to you to enable you to prioritize content, prioritize relevant content, whether it's to users, whether it's to customers. If you're in retail, maybe you want to provide suggestions to shoppers on what product to buy. Maybe if you're in advertising, where is the best location for your advert? In Vision, we've got a new one called Forms Recognizer that enables you to detect and extract data out of a variety of different document layouts. We see a lot of organizations using this to get information, get data out of invoices, for example. And then in the speech category, we've got speech to text, being able to transcribe all this, call volumes, for example, in call centers, getting that all down in text to enable downstream analytics. And conversely, we've got text to speech that will enable you to build applications that can speak more naturally to your users, to your customers, in a variety of voices and languages and dialects to really enable you to differentiate your brand. And finally, language. We've got text analytics. Discover insights that are in all your unstructured data, in all those big text fields that you capture. In the speech that you may transcribe into text, look for opinions, look for sentiment, and enable you to obviously better then connect with your customers. And along with that, we have then the bot environment. So that's essentially a development environment which provides you with out-of-the-box templates to help get you started. It integrates with the cognitive services that we've just talked about. It enables you to build, to test, and to publish the bot that you build, and then deploy that wherever your customers are. You can build sophisticated bots, basic ones. You can get up to speed pretty quickly by building a Q&A bot, or you can build a more sophisticated virtual agent. And a good example of that is the BBC, who recently built this voice assistant to enable a slightly different connection with customers. Rather than clicking through a website, you can actually ask for content. You can ask to listen to a particular BBC radio station, or you can ask for news content. Now, they trained this neural voice in under 2 hours with a personality and specific dialects. So when someone speaks with a specific dialect, it can answer in a similar dialect. And as you can imagine, in the UK, there are quite a lot of dialects. So at the end of the session, I'll share a link to our website, and you can actually watch an interview. It's a 5-minute interview with the developer that built that bot. It's a really interesting story, and they're going to build it out to do more and more things. The next area is knowledge mining, and I'm sure you will all agree that across the organizations that you work in, you can have a lot of valuable information stored in a variety of formats. You can have contracts, legal documents, PDFs, images, all sorts of unstructured data that's just untapped for potential. What we can do with knowledge mining is extract that data, look for relationships in that data, look for sentiment, look for opinions, look for all sorts of interesting information. And then the real gold is being able to apply then a cognitive search capability across all that information. So you've got BP, for example, able to search for information on its wells that they would never have been able to do before. They would have had to make phone calls, emails, speak to different people in different departments. It would take weeks to get any information. They can now simply search across their entire document estate. Just a statistic, we're actually in this, excuse me, I'm just going to go back if I can. We're processing, in the knowledge mining area, we're actually processing 6 billion documents every day. So it's a hugely popular cognitive service that we've enabled. And then finally, we have machine learning. Now, there are 4 pillars to machine learning. It's about enabling or democratizing machine learning for everyone. It's also about being able to manage a robust life cycle for machine learning. We need to deliver machine learning in a responsible way, and it needs to be open. And those are our 4 pillars for machine learning. If we just look at skills, for example, people have all sorts of backgrounds, and we can't expect them to work in a single tool. So take a business domain expert, really understands data, doesn't have a clue about ML algorithms or coding, just wants to be able to get an outcome. So we provide business domain experts with the ability to take advantage of automated machine learning. People may be learning machine learning concepts, but they don't know how to code or are not interested in coding. Now, these folks might be IT professionals, they might be statisticians. We provide these folks with a drag-and-drop visual environment. They know what models they need to do, but they don't know how to code. So we provide them with a visual drag-and-drop environment to get what they need. And then finally, we have developers, data scientists, who like coding, they want to continue coding. They want to continue coding in a way that they are used to coding. So we can make it easy for them. We can spin up notebook VMs, enable them to run Jupyter notebooks so they can continue working as they've always worked. It's just within an Azure workspace. MLOps, or machine learning lifecycle. The thing with machine learning is that you might have a great machine learning model, but the input data over time often deviates from the original data that was used to train that model. So what you need is the ability to manage, monitor, and analyze your models to understand when you need to retrain them. And then when you retrain them, you need to then retest, build, and deploy. So with Azure Machine Learning, we integrate with existing DevOps processes and help manage that complete machine learning lifecycle. And what we've seen working with customers doing this is it's brought together the data science team with IT, with data engineers, which often just doesn't happen. And the outcome of that is more stuff gets put into production more accurately and more quickly. And then responsible machine learning. You know, with the uptake in AI and machine learning, it's important to exercise ethics around practices to ensure that, you know, we're creating an inclusive and transparent process. So what you get with Azure out of the box is visibility into your models. It explains model behavior, and it really mitigates any unfairness, and you get these out-of-the-box visualizations to help you with that. It can help you protect data and prevent any leaks through the ability to apply various privacy techniques. You also get built-in lineage and an audit trail. And lastly, 4th pillar is really about making it open. So, you know, it provides the flexibility to use the tool of your choice. It also provides you the flexibility to choose what deep learning framework you want to use. It's open. It's not about locking anybody into any proprietary platform. So that is our platform in a nutshell. You can build solutions that can help you analyze images, comprehend speech, you know, make predictions using data, imitate human intelligence, all in the same platform. There are many resources that are available to you. Go to the developer website. Here you can see, how other developers are using AI. You can even join a hackathon. You've got about 2 weeks to join the latest hackathon. Get involved in that. You can read about our products, our services. You can play with demos. You can actually, the cognitive services that I talk about, you can feed it data off the bat. You can start playing with it now. You can see all the latest innovations, all the announcements, and take advantage of free tutorials, free training modules. And you'll see here there's something called the training journey for Azure AI. So it provides you with a roadmap, a guided roadmap to teach yourself through all these different modules to certification standard. So I encourage you to take a look at the website. There's lots of interesting things there, and you can get yourself skilled up. Thank you.